Welcome to FanDomination. I'm Bertie Kempson. You might know me from such things as BAMF, Comic Book Radio. This is Lucas.
Hi.
This is Josh.
Hey.
And this is FanDomination, the show which we examine, look out and talk about comics, movies, pop cultural phenomenons and such as. As we record this on this very day in December, Amazing Spider-Man 2's trailer has been released and we've all seen it. You've seen it?
I've seen it.
You've seen it?
Yep.
We're going to talk about it. Lucas, you're on a Spider-Man high. Tell us.
A little bit of a Spider-Man high.
No, you are on a
a massive spider high.
Spider junkie.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Amazing Spider-Man 1 was honestly a bit naff, right?
It was just normal Spider-Man.
It's like Batman does Spider-Man. It was really
Yeah.
gritty. It was a bit depressing at the beginning. There wasn't enough Spider-Man, and they didn't even do the whole with great power comes great responsibility crap. Yada,
No,
yada,
he
yada.
danced around it, innit? It was just like, oh, you
Remember, Pete, responsibility.
Fuck off.
But this one looks better. It looks
Think?
better. You watch the trailer, you know, it's got literally straight from the get-go, Spider-Man. Spider-Man's like, he's free-falling, you know, free-falling.
Straight into the city,
straight into the
webbing.
city, he just hits the floor and
Yeah.
just goes splat, and that's that. That's the trailer done.
He's dead.
And that's the Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
But no. It was a good trailer. They showcased like the two extra villains. So they've been talking about Electro, Jamie Foxx, or Django as being Electro. And they've literally just gone, and there's also two other villains. So you've got Harry Osborn as the Green Goblin, and you've got Paul Giamatti,
I think that's his name.
something like that.
An Italian name.
He plays the Rhino. It's the Ultimate Spider-Man Rhino, so it's kind of like robotic suit. You've got Ultimate Spider-Man Electro, and I'm not sure what's going on with the Green Goblin. Looks like a cross between the Sky Stick dude from that awful Spider-Man.
Looks like
film.
David Bowie.
David Bowie.
David Bowie. He
Bowie,
looks like David
Bowie.
Bowie.
Bowie. But yeah, no, my biggest kind of complaint with the whole trailer, probably the CGI. It looks very, very CGI heavy, but in like a really bright, colourful way. So it's kind of
Spider-Man, isn't it? He's
exactly.
bright and
That's like
colourful.
it's in your face.
And you're in New York. You got the lights. You got the. It's not Gotham where it's dark and horrible. It is meant to be.
Also, there looks like there's more daytime scenes. There's nothing worse than watching a film that's all the action scenes take place at night.
Christ.
It's just you know you've watched Batman enough times to know that night scenes they're boring now.
Yeah, Batman's meant to be at night. Right?
Yeah, but Batman should show up during the day.
He did in Dark Knight Rising. It looked rubbish.
Look how awful that was.
Exactly. You just contradicted yourself.
No, I didn't. No, you know,
No, you didn't. All right then.
But yeah, no.
Okay.
Well, Josh, what did you think?
Oh, I think it was actually pretty good. The way that they showcased like a slight hint to maybe the Sinister Six with the 6 different chambers opening, that was pretty good. With the vulture wings as well as the Doc Ock.
And the Doc Ock arms.
Yeah, Doc Ock arms. So it looks pretty good. What about you, Bert?
I think it's too much too soon. It's the second film. I know there was talks about it being 4 films long, like Back to the Future style. Here's a hint of this, and we'll come back to it in a couple of films' time. But the whole, like half of the Sinister Six, well, technically we've had 4 members of the Sinister Six in 2 films. What happened the last time 3 Spider-Man villains was in 1 film?
Oh, Spider-Man 3 was amazing.
Oh, it was the worst thing since X-Men 3. It was horrific.
That was bad.
I don't know how it's going to be handled. What's the director's name? Someone Webb. Mark Webb. He did 500 Days of Summer, and it was all like that, the connected, like here's day 1, here's day 200, here's day something else, and that. So he can balance a lot of weird things going on at once. But doing a big cast, that's a Whedon thing. So to do it, cutting here and there is really good. Getting people screen time, okay. But I don't know. I'm nervous for it. Oh, I'm nervous. I'm so nervous. I'm worried. I am. Sinister Six would be cool. But you got to balance it.
You
would need to balance it. You need to have
like 2 hours. 2 hours to like. They've got to showcase 3 villains in this. So Rhino will probably be like a throwaway villain.
I can see that. He's in a metallic suit. It doesn't look that great. He looks like a.
He's going to get beaten up by Spider-Man. He's probably going to save Jamie, because Jamie Foxx, he plays like an electrician who initially idolises Spider-Man and then eventually goes on to become Electro and want to get rid of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming he'll fight the Rhino, he'll beat the Rhino, he'll save Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx will be like, oh my god, I love you, Spider-Man. Oh my god, Spider-Man's got all this power. Spider-Man. Oh, accident at Oscorp. Oh, now I've got electric powers. Harry Osborn's
It does look like an accident. In the feed, it looks like...
it is. It's an accident involving electric eels. So I think one of them goes up the wrong place and then suddenly...
Goes up the wrong place.
Yeah, it goes up the wrong place.
It was up inside your finding entrance where they can.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
eels.
That's nasty.
Can you just imagine swimming around?
I actually thought it was a voluntary thing, like Scorpion sort of like, we're going to make you... Yeah. Because there was that whole thing where he's rising out with the tank and the eels are swimming around.
It's supposedly an accident. You know, oh, I fell into this vat of superpowered eels.
Yeah, like Mr. Freeze in Batman Forever.
Yeah. Oh.
So where they've got Rhino like as a little throwaway villain at the start with the big suit, and then you've got
Spider-Man just webs him. I would have had the Shocker instead of Rhino. Poor Herman Schultz.
That would be maybe a bit tough to do, but hey. But with the Electro coming in as well, I think the Green Goblin will probably only come in about maybe towards the last half hour, 40 minutes.
Technically, it's not even the Green Goblin, though.
Yeah, it's a Goblin. They haven't actually...
Well, no, he's listed as the Green Goblin.
Yeah, he's listed, but it looks really similar to when, you know, in the original one where...
Harry?
When movie star U was...
Oh, James Franco.
James Franco was just Goblin. And he had the snowboard.
No, he was. He's listed as the new Goblin.
The new Goblin
with his stupid.
It looks like that because the board isn't as big and winged as the Green Goblin, and the suit isn't. It's no mask.
No, actually, the glider from the trailer looks a lot more like the comic book glider than the one from the first Spider-Man movie. Because the first Spider-Man movie was very kind of like almost alien in design, but I did like it. So.
It was alright. That was probably the best thing about the suit. But anyway, number 2, some of the dialogue was a bit clunky. There's a whole speech running through where Electro is saying, I'm going to show him what it's like to have no power, no mercy. But then there's a bit where he goes, and I'm going to show him what it's like to have no Spider-Man. And to hear Spider-Man delivered in such a dramatic way, just felt like really like, oh, no way. You're hearing comic book dialogue in real life, it doesn't work. You know?
Maybe, but like, maybe that's kind of like the feels they go.
I can see that by the looks of the story and the characters they're using, they're going for a very classic-y kind of Spider-Man feel. You know, they're using ultimate looks. But it does seem very old school.
That does bring up the new costume. With the Amazing Spider-Man 1, the costume was kind of like, just kind of put it was like sunglass lenses for the eyes. It looked very different and almost like Nike said, here's a Spider-Man costume.
Yeah.
But this one looks a lot more like faithful to the comic book version.
Yeah, cool. Not even the ultimate comic. Well,
and you never know, spoilers at the end of the film, Dr. Octopus might show up and take over Spider-Man's body. Gosh.
What?
There we go.
What?
And then it'll be the Amazing Spoctopus.
Do you mean the Superior Spider-Man 3?
No, the Amazing Spoctopus sounds better.
Nice.
I want them to rename it from Superior Spider-Man to the Spoctopus.
I thought you was going to forget what you said.
I was almost
mess up.
Literally, almost.
Almost. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. Not as much as X-Men Days of Future Past. I think that outbeats it because it's got elements of what I like from First Class and the original X-Men films.
Yeah.
But that's neither here nor there. This week...
I'm looking forward to Guardians of the Galaxy more.
Really?
Yeah, next year, Guardians of the Galaxy.
I am really pumped for that, but I'm
Thanos,
nervous for it. I'm
Guardians,
so nervous for that as
Galaxies,
well.
Filmed in Staines.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. We're in the Staines Galaxy next to Titan somewhere.
Next to London.
Next to London.
London gets destroyed, and that's that.
Yeah,
every movie seems to have this recurring theme of London being destroyed.
It's this year.
Yeah, this year. Nobody likes London.
The first film we saw and the last film we saw together.
Yeah,
London gets messed up.
London gets destroyed. Nobody cares.
Never even touched upon.
In 4, London gets destroyed. You know, nobody really cares.
We get a little Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. nod to it. It's like, what about fixing us?
Yeah.
No, Greenwich is fucked.
Yeah.
This week also saw the end of Infinity.
Oh yeah.
Infinity 6.
Which is a comic.
Which is a comic book, Marvel's comic book, written by Jonathan Hickman and drawn by different artists. But this one was Jimmy Chung, right? It wasn't blended 2 in 1. I think it was just Jimmy Chung.
Yeah, well, because Josh hasn't read Infinity...
Spoilers for people that haven't
Spoiler
read it yet.
Lots of spoilers. So, Infinity is... Thanos is coming to Earth, and he's coming for some reason that we don't know till, like, issue 2. Supposedly it's for an Infinity Gem, which, for those who don't know, is a gem of, like, stupid power. So, Thanos, the condensed version, Thanos shows up on Earth, is like, sup guys, I'm here for a gem. He's not actually there for a gem, he's there to kill his son because he just doesn't like his son. So he basically launches this massive attack on Earth while the Avengers are away fighting space robots and builders and stuff. They look like Collectors from Mass Effect if you played that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Thanos shows up on Earth. Is basically he's got these lieutenants, these generals with him, are all pretty much cool, apart from
Black Dwarf.
Yeah,
Black Dwarf
is
just like this big, fat, orange alien lizard guy.
Yeah, basically like the Hulk, but not as cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, Thanos shows up. He's trying to track down his son. He has a fight with Black Bolt, the king of the Inhumans. it's a really, really cool fight. It's got like my favourite panel of this year, which is Black Bolt shouts at Thanos, and Black Bolt's shout is like super powerful. You know, it destroys cities, levels continents. You know, when he shouts, he whispered into a Skrull's ear once, and it blew him up. So yeah, he fights Thanos, shouts at Thanos, and triggers this Terrigen bomb, which is Terrigen is what gives the Inhumans their powers and kind of awakens them. And he knocks Thanos like all this rubble. And Black Bolt climbs out and he thinks, yeah, I've done it, you know, I've beaten Thanos. And then Thanos just comes out of the rubble. And Black Bolt just pulls his face like he's just been caught doing something. He's like, whoop! And it's great. That one panel next to Potato Face Black.
So you haven't read any of it?
No, I haven't read any of it, but I've just seen little glimpses of some of the panels, as you was mentioning about the Black Bolt fight with Thanos. That was actually one of my great bits of that one comic.
It had a lot of great moments. See, because you haven't been reading it, you don't know like the full effects of the meaning of it. No. Sort of like the
repercussions that's going to come out.
The repercussions, but also what it means for past stories. We had Infinity Gauntlet and stuff like this. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's got a lot of meaning to it.
Infinity, like this didn't really, as part of like I'd say like the next of the Infinity. So you've got like Infinity Gauntlet, Infinity Crusade, all these stupid like Infinity titles, and then you've got
Infinity.
Yeah, that doesn't. It doesn't really have anything to do with the gem. It's just Thanos coming by.
Yeah, it was really weird. A lot of stuff that happened in the series. Sort of got brushed under the carpet until today I read Inhumanity.
Yeah.
I'm not going to spoil Inhumanity, Luke hasn't read it yet. But a lot of the things like, do you remember when Black Bolt was asleep and they stole the secret from him?
Yeah.
It becomes clear when you read Inhumanity, they sort of explain it to you, like, and it kind of makes you think, wow, this is actually quite a smart book. That whole bit where Atalan gets blown up.
Yeah, which is
that was actually Black Bolt going, you want to find this Inhuman? Well, how about you find a needle in a pile of needles and then transforms the whole Earth?
But didn't realise, because I know that doing that actually just brought out...
It's just sort of like, well, now we know where your son is.
Yeah, Thanos' son, big just like killed a village of people just by standing still.
Yeah. But it's got a lot of repercussions. Have you read New Avengers 12 yet?
No, not yet. I've read all the stuff leading up to like Infinity 6.
I won't spoil too much again because Lucas hasn't read it, but there's a lot of weird stuff where... So Thanos is encased in this
like living death cube.
It's carbonite. It's orange see-through carbonite. It looks like those like glass book holders you have that you can have.
It's his pose from I think Infinity the End. He's kind of like it's him like kind of standing just like
high five.
Yeah, he's just asking for high fives. He's lonely.
That's what it is. He's really lonely. And so the Illuminati has him in some kind of weird basement somewhere. I think in Necropolis. And the Black Swan shows up. I don't know who this Black Swan is.
Black Swan, he was
she.
Oh, it's a she.
Yeah,
the Black Swan I know is from Deadpool. It's just
yeah, that's what I thought. But this is a different.
His powers like luck or.
This is a whole different lady.
Oh.
She's from space. There's a moment where
Natalie Portman.
Maybe.
Or Mila Kunis.
Maybe she's both.
I mean,
there's a whole moment where she's looking at Thanos, like with just a plain look, and then it goes panel to Thanos, and then panel back to her, and she's got like a smug look, as if like this is what you deserve for the past sort of thing. I have no idea who this woman is. She's just shown out of nowhere. So there's that weird stuff, and also there's some really cool stuff with. Do you remember Ebony Moore took over Doctor Strange?
Yeah, Ebony Moore, by the way, is one of Thanos' lieutenants. He's basically Starscream to Thanos' Megatron.
Yes.
He's like conniving, he's sneaking, he's plotting behind the lines, and he manipulates Thanos' son during like this final confrontation. The Avengers, because the Avengers have been away from Earth dealing with this galactic threat, and they've allied with pretty much the entire galaxy to fight off these guys called the Builders. So they beat him down, they find out that Earth's under attack, and they return to Earth. And so it's all the heroes from Earth, all the heroes who are off Earth, all coming down to meet Thanos. Ebony Moore's got Thanos' son, and so it's all like culminating this one big final set piece.
It's just outside of the village they found.
Yeah, it's just a random village
somewhere in like Europe.
On the planet. And everybody comes down, this big massive fight, and the Ebony Moore is explaining to Thanos' son Fane that Thanos is going to win. Right, Thanos is going, he's going to beat down Thor. Like this quality bit before is like striking him down with lightning bolts.
Shirt comes off. And he's all like,
he has to get topless.
This is what you get.
And that's literally it. So like Thor gets hit so hard that he's topless. Right. Everybody else is kind of out, like being knocked out. They're losing. Thanos' generals are being picked off, but Thanos is going to win. And Ebony Moore basically says, you should kill your dad because otherwise he's going to kill everyone and then he's going to kill you. Or you could not kill him. But if you kill him, you'll become the one thing you've been trying to avoid. So Fane like shoots him in the back 'cause he's a coward, but I'd do the same if I was up against Thanos, to be honest, because let's face it.
He didn't shoot him in the back.
He shot him in the back, and then Thanos pulled
How do you manage to shoot someone in the back and then have him full frontal going?
Because it was a time-traveling laser, right?
It was a time-traveling laser.
It was a time-traveling laser.
Shoot this over here now. Pew. 2 hours later.
Yeah. He shoots
Ah,
it, and Thanos turns around and pulls a Black Bolt face. He's like,
Yeah, that is really great.
Oh, fuck's sake. I should have known not to trust the one guy who's going to stab me in the back.
Him getting hit by the bolt or the beam or blast
he had a cup of tea.
face, it is literally, oh, fuck.
Yeah. So he gets like encased in this kind of like, he was encased in carbonite.
It was carbonite. I'm not going to call it living death. It's literally carbonite. When he comes
that
out of
sounds
it,
silly, so carbonite.
When he comes out of it, he'll be blind. And he will almost fall into the Sarlacc
Yeah,
pit.
who's there? Who's
Someone
there?
who loves you.
I love you too.
Get off me.
That's
what the actual.
And Jabba the Hutt will be there as well.
And big boobies. Like that.
Could be Jabba the Hutt as well.
Could be. Cosplay.
You cosplay Jabba the Hutt, and I'll be Princess Leia. Yeah, and he could be.
He could be that little thing. The little thing with the ears that goes.
Oh, it looks like a gremlin.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could be that guy. He gets electrocuted by R2-D2.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's that. So I'm gonna choke you.
Well,
you die.
What kind of choking?
Choking. Like, you know.
This could turn out quite eventful for us.
Yeah, let's not get.
Let's not get into Star Wars cosplay
Let's
yet.
not kick over a can of 7 Up.
No. Yeah, but as for the impact of what's coming next, big things.
Mm-hmm.
The Inhumans are scattered. They think Black Bolt's dead. It's revealed right at the end of Infinity that he's not dead with Maximus. So they're all over the place. You've got new Inhumans popping up in cocoons, like caterpillars coming out of nowhere. So that's going to affect the whole...
How is it going to affect the mutant? Because the mutant population has basically gone from being loads of mutants everywhere to few mutants. And
now they're slowly popping up again. And imagine this. You're finally re-establishing yourself as a species.
And there's suddenly inhuman bitches everywhere.
Who are basically mutants, but with a difference. Anyone can be a mutant. It is embedded in the human gene from the start of evolution. Whereas in a human... It's only really like since Neanderthal times that they started seeding their way in. Like
it was the Kree, which are like a space race.
Yeah.
They hit like the peak of their evolution, so they could not get any stronger. And they was fighting the Skrulls in a losing battle. The Skrulls can shapeshift, do all kinds of crazy shit.
Their body is constantly evolving.
Yeah, it's weird. They can do anything.
They can do anything.
Anything you want. If you want to hire out a Skrull, just let me know. But Kree. I just realised that was weird and creepy. I'm a Skrull.
Skrull don't do anything for you.
So the Kree, they was like, okay, let's target some people and advance.
It wasn't just humans they went for. They went to all different planets.
But the main kind of like branch of these, like the Inhumans, are humans. So you've got that. So they can just be. They've been made. And they've kind of like got segregated. They kind of launched a war on like the government at one point of Earth.
Yeah, they've done a lot of naughty things.
They haven't got a good reputation.
They went from the Himalayas to the moon to Kree space to above New York.
Yeah.
They just don't want to be in one place. But what happened was when a little while after the original Inhumans came, they split off into two fractions. You had the Atlan Inhumans and then the Inhumans that went
fractions?
and. Spoilers. You had then the Inhumans that went and was like, we don't want to follow the destiny of the Kree. We don't want to listen to them because they're weird and they're blue.
We want to be our own people.
So they went, and then where they travelled the world and went so far, they started to mingle and mate and breed with humans. So after thousands and thousands of years,
the Inhuman gene kind of spread out
into humans, which then means that only a select few. So when the bomb goes off, you think thousands of years after population building, it's going to be a lot of people, but it's not as many as possible mutants could happen. Like the bomb could go off, me and you could get hit, but him, Mr. Mutant over here, will be like, alright.
Yeah. What I was going to ask is how exactly do the Inhumans have their powers? Like how the mutants, as you were saying,
what it is,
they gain their powers from just mutation and the evolution of the mankind.
Inhumans, the gene is pretty much always dormant.
Yeah.
Right? There's this thing that the Inhumans comprise of what's called the Terrigen crystals.
Okay.
And that's what activates.
That's some serious.
Oh my god, my mutant power!
Do we take over?
No,
You're
I'm
right?
good.
Okay,
I'm good.
okay.
I'm good. I'm a mutant. Keeping it
Firm
real.
it, dude.
Yeah. Oh. My mutant power is the ability to stutter and stop speaking.
Stutter.
No, yeah, stutter.
Stutter with butter on my nutter.
Yeah. Right. So Terrigen crystals,
Yep.
Terrigen mist, that's what activates Inhuman powers.
Okay.
The big thing about, because imagine this, Earth, a bunch of Inhumans above New York, but a bunch of dormant Inhuman genes all over the Earth, okay?
Okay.
Black Bolt detonates a bomb that spreads the Terrigen mist kind of pretty much all over the planet. So everybody who's got the Inhuman gene inside them has had it activated, and they turn to like, you know like how a caterpillar, it's like, and it's like, it's like a chrysalis, right? Okay.
With that noise.
And it goes, I'm a beautiful butterfly.
But live
right?
for a week.
Okay, but yeah, these Inhumans
Inhuman ain't
live,
gonna live for a week. They're gonna live like they're gonna
Humans live a
outlive
bit
you.
longer than that. They don't look like caterpillars, and when they come out with crazy powers. For instance, Fane came out with the ability to kill everybody around him.
I think what I like is that Inhumans, before this bomb went off, you could have been an Inhuman without any powers. You could have lived your whole entire life from start to finish without mutating. Whereas if you're a mutant, some kind of something will trigger it. Whether it's a natural trigger of just over time, wings sprouted out my back, or like Jean Grey of I saw a tragic accident, kick-started some powers. The Inhumans, before the bomb went off, just lived and lived. Which could be interesting, because imagine a superhero or some kind of like, I don't know, some random B-list super person, one day goes, oh, I'm swinging through the city, not Spider-Man, but you know what I mean.
I'm not Spider-Man though.
And then the bomb goes off and
he becomes Spider-Man.
Whoa, now I've got double powers. Right, yeah, so imagine having dual powers. So you could have like just some crappy guy.
So you could have super strength, laser vision, freeze breath,
almost
super breath, X-ray vision.
But I'm thinking more like interesting
Oh,
things. Like imagine being a mutant that happens to have the Inhuman gene. So you're a mutant Inhuman. You could just expand this to so many cool places. Or imagine being an alien that like who's maybe come from a planet the Kree's mess with,
like
and
the
then
Skrulls.
sitting there. You're a Skrull, you're like the new Miss Marvel girl, or whatever her name is going to be. She's a Skrull, I think. So she's sitting there like on the toilet having a dump, and then the bomb goes off, and then all of a sudden she's like cocooned. A week later, she pops out of a cocoon on the toilet still. She's like, oh gosh, flush that down, flush that. But then she discovers not only
she's got super flushing.
She's got super flushing.
As well as energy
Not
projection.
only is she a Skrull, but now she's a Inhuman Skrull toilet cleaner.
Yeah. Oh my god, she's got like the best. She's like the ultimate plumber, basically.
Basically, better than our mate Jake Williams.
Yeah.
Which brings me on to our next bit.
Yeah, who's not a plumber. One of our mates, he like gave us this question and wanted us to answer kind of like on this show.
Shall I read it out?
Yeah, you can read it out.
Okay, so it reads, if you could have an animal with a superpower, what would it be? And why?
So like a superpowered pet.
Superpowered pet. Like a lockjaw or someone.
Alright. Josh, go on, you go first.
Me, I know it sounds weird, but I would definitely have to have a squirrel that breathes fire.
A squirrel that breathes... Why?
I don't know, it would just be like
What's its name? God, what's its name? Where does it sit? What does it do?
It would be sitting on my shoulder, it would be blue, and... I don't know, its name would be Relento.
So it's Relento from Street Fighter, super-powered blue fire-breathing squirrel that sits on Josh's shoulder.
It would just be awesome. Imagine that, having a squirrel on your shoulder. No, everyone will go out to touch it and they'll be like...
I'm sorry, Josh, but when your squirrel was asleep, I'd stamp on it.
Josh.
Yes.
What the fuck have you been spending?
I wouldn't stamp on your squirrel, by the way.
That's the thing. Everyone says that I'm like a squirrel. I don't know why. But then when it comes to it, I would love to have a squirrel that breathes fire.
It's because you like to play with your nuts.
Right, if you want to, well, if any of you want to know exactly why we call Josh a squirrel, it's because this one time he had too much coffee, honestly, and he growled at me. Right, he growled at me
and ran halfway down the street.
He just ran off.
Squirrels don't growl.
Exactly, but he was literally like.
This is why Josh isn't allowed grown-up things anymore.
Yeah, so we don't let Josh have coffee, food, water, bed.
No, Josh, seriously, look. Just poking fun at you, man. Okay, so you'd have a blue fire-breathing squirrel called Relento.
Yep. That sits on my shoulder.
I'm scared to ask. What would you have?
Me, right? Honestly, I want to change my answer.
No, you can't. You got so excited for your original answer.
Honestly, I would have an ant. Okay, right, with the powers of Superman.
Oh,
right?
wow.
Honestly,
What, like this big? Still
like
this big?
Like that big, okay?
Wow, could you
right?
imagine it flying through someone and be like, what was that?
Exactly. Like,
Right.
And you just
What
got
was
a
that?
tiny little hole for your arm.
His name will be Benedict, right? Because I really like the name Benedict.
Benedict the super ant.
Wow. This ant, right? I want him to be like a really small ant. Like imagine if ants. No, if ants had like dwarfs, right? Okay. Right, like a really, really, really small ant.
Am I in on a prank?
Like,
what are you two talking about?
Oh no, honestly, literally, just imagine this ant. This ant's got lasers. You know that kid with the mic with the magnifying glass?
He can do it to you.
Literally, he does it to the ant, but the ant's Superman. So the solar energy.
So he picks it up and powers him and just picks it, magnifies up, does it to the kid.
Yeah, literally starts whacking the kid with the magnifying glass over the head, and then picks him up and flies him into the sun.
So used to be pretty deadly. Relento, Benedict.
You wouldn't see it. Mine would live in my hair as well, among the other 16 different species of insect that live in my hair.
I don't even know what I'd have. I'd have a bird with wings coming out of his back.
Well,
but like not just he'd have wings and then wings.
Right, so you mean like wings? So like wings, and it's got like an extra set of wings.
Yeah.
Can it do anything else?
No.
I'm sorry, Hisker or my ant beat your bird.
I don't know.
They'll mess it up.
Mine can fly twice as fast.
My ex, it's got like the.
I've got my ant.
How about a bird with human arms coming out of it? But like just fully grown man arms on like a pigeon.
It tries to fly. Every time it tries to fly.
Which is literally sod it.
Can it have like really hench like steroid arms?
Really hairy steroid arms.
but it's literally about this big, but with arms that are like this.
Like imagine Popeye's forearms on a pigeon.
That'd be awesome.
On a Croydon pigeon as well, it's like a scab.
Oh, the Croydon pigeons mug people.
Oh, they do, man.
Literally. I was just out the other street and this pigeon's bosh.
I think a Croydon pigeon would have a seagull.
Yeah,
I like seagulls. No, the reason why I like seagulls, they've got I hate them, but I like them because they've got like the best thing of seagulls. I know this is absolutely nothing.
This is nothing to do with it
nothing
anymore.
to do, right? But seagulls, okay, you know, they fly around, they steal people's food, and they shit on people, right? I'm not saying that's what I want to do, but just imagine that.
You want to shit on people.
Your daily routine is this: I'm going to steal your chips, and now I'm going to poop on your wife. You know,
because I can.
And then fly into like a window.
Okay, so I think that. We went off subjects enough. Good questions, guys. Thank you, Jake William, the plumber.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He's not actually a plumber, but he looks like a plumber.
He looks like a plumber. Mm-hmm. He's constantly got a butt crack hanging out there.
Yeah. And he never gets the job done. So.
He never does. He shows up 5 minutes late. Not even 5 minutes late. He says, I'm sorry, I'm 5 minutes late. He shows up the next day. And then just walks out again. And like, I'm done.
That's that. It still gets paid.
I know. Charges me a fortune. Jammy bastard.
But you have been watching, listening, trying not to listen to
the first ever video of FanDomination.
The name is a work in progress.
We're gonna have some amazing music and strobe light effects with lasers.
However, if you can, obviously, just just us your feedback. Just message us on Facebook, chat to us we're at Play Nation Games, yada yada yada. Message us, comment, tell us what you want to see from us, maybe in the next show. Tell us all of that stuff. You know.
So from all of us guys here at FanDomination, bye.
That was so cheesy.
The one thing, he just comes out with it. He's been Wally the whole show, he just comes out with that. So from all of us...
What? It's on its way out.
You got personality bipolar, you know that?
What?
Okay, no, but seriously, just comment what you want. Send us in questions, like the stupidest questions you can think of to do with superpowers.
We will answer them.
We will answer any question
you
want. Just fun.